Hi, my name's Sharon Herbert, and this is a really quick video testimonial for Kathy Simmons, who I've been working with now for just over a couple of months. Now, I initially approached Kathy to explore sort of what coaching and programs she was offering, as I'd heard a little bit around her Emerging Expert program. And I was very much in the mindset that I needed to do something rather than nothing in terms of the way that I was operating with clients and generally running my practice. And just to give you a bit of background, I work 3 long days in emergency services with a long commute down into London. So my therapy days are quite compressed into either a Monday or a Friday. And what I found was I was probably a bit like a swan sort of gliding across the water. So it looked all very sort of elegant and okay on the surface, but underneath I was really doing this to try and keep afloat and really to get to grips with the bigger detail of running a private practice, really. Understanding marketing, understanding funnels, understanding sort of the best advantages around offering programs and things like that. And for some time I'd looked elsewhere, and there was some big programs out there run by big glossy people who told me that they could convert my business and the way that I did things and I'd be rich. Well, I'm not doing it to be rich, I'm doing it because intrinsically I really enjoy helping others, and I have done for the best part of 3 decades now, as I say, in the emergency services. But I absolutely knew that I needed to change the way that I was working. And after a conversation with Kathy, I looked at her program model, if you like, how to devise a program, things to think about in terms of niching, how to attract your ideal client, what your want is, what your why is, and what your own identity is coming through that, and your own authenticity. And I kind of promised myself, and I promised Kathy, that if I could devise a program and I could sell it at a larger price than I would on a one-to-one session, obviously, then I would invest that money straight back into her Emerging Expert program. And that's exactly what I did within about a week. So I was quite chuffed, and actually it showed me that this stuff works. So having followed the process, having trusted the system and the format, I've now converted completely the way that I work. I still cap the number of clients that I work with, but I feel that I'm working at a much deeper level with my ideal client, and I've actually got a 2-year plan going forwards. I've actually quadrupled already my income, and I've also now been really fortunate in as much as I've set myself up a little waiting list. So I've got a couple of clients who are prepared to wait to work with me until August, September time, so a couple of months down the line. It's been absolutely sort of transformative in terms of mindset, in terms of moving you out of your comfort zone, addressing some of those gremlins. And for me, it really was about sort of charging people to work with them, to deal with their own demons and to fix them. It was something that just didn't sit right with me, charging a higher price for that. But actually the whole adoption of a program and the way that I do it through tailoring and making it quite bespoke to the client means that it really is a process that works. And I've seen some already, even in the short period of time that I've been doing it, some transformative changes already with my clients, and my clients are really enjoying it. And I'm looking at the next stages. You know, where do I go from here? Do I do group work? Do I run an online program, which I'm already in the sort of throngs of developing? And Kathy's been really good at giving me some tips and hints along the way, and some extra nudges. So Kathy, huge thank you to you. And if anyone's got any doubts about this, just get on the phone, have a chat with Kathy, and I am sure, absolutely sure, that this will be the right thing for you. Take care. Thank you.